And we're live. Welcome to Earful of Dirt. I'm joined by Liam Poach. Happy birthday to Poach
Thank
Rugby.
Happy birthday, Poach.
Craig
Big
Ridelli
2-5.
at American RFC. And Preston Thompson. Finally, it takes a pandemic to get a crossover of the American Rugby pod.
You know, it's
Earful
all
of Dirt.
about being at home. So, you got
And Derek Bressette of Rouge Rugby. You can find him at Bressette the Jet on Twitter. So we're here today. We thought we'd have some fun. Josh Fredland, chief writer for earfulofdirt.com, will appear, hopefully. Otherwise, we kind of are going to do auto pick for him because that's just the way it's going to be. We also have previously published the draft order. So if you saw it on Facebook, please take a look. But first round is going to be a little bit different. We are picking, what was it? We said coaches, then venue, right?
Yep.
Sounds good to me.
Coaching staff, which is different, right? And venues. And then we will get into player picks. So let's just
And to be clear for everyone, we're picking 2020 participants in MLR. So people that are leaving are still eligible. People that are going to be drafted this year in the collegiate draft that's upcoming are not eligible.
we will do a mock draft at least once or twice at some point once we know who is in the draft for MLR in June. But as far we don't have that list because not every single one of them that has declared on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
So we only know who's declared on social media.
And also, so to give you guys the draft order as well, because that seems just a tad bit more important. Here goes. Number 1, Derek Bressette of Les Rouge Rugby will be picking first. Best of luck to you, Derek. Number 2, Craig Ridelli. Number 3, yours truly, Liam Poach. Number 4, Preston Thompson of Red, White, and Black Eye, the American Rugby podcast. 5, Aaron Castro, and then number 6 on auto draft, Josh Fredland, because Josh is, he's working from home, making that U.S. economy keep chugging along. So, all right, you guys ready to get this thing started?
I'm ready.
All right, dope. So, yeah, Derek, kick us off, man. Who is the premier coaching staff for your new franchise?
So I'm gonna go with as the representative Canadian in this draft.
Here we go.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Chris Silverthorne and the Toronto Arrows staff. Aaron Carpenter, Peter Smith, Dave Butcher, and all those guys down there. Best defense in the league, first in the Eastern Conference. Not a whole lot you can complain about coaching wise up there.
Ooh.
So typical.
Mm-hmm.
Typical.
Yeah.
First, Canadian first choice every time. Okay, I'm not gonna go with New York, so this won't be a home team. I'm actually gonna go with the Atlanta coaching staff. Just like we're doing down there as an expansion team, I think they came in really well knit. I thought they had a good game plan. Their defense was very solid and aggressive right off the bat. And yeah, they didn't look like an expansion team. And I think a lot of that has to do with the coaching, who is a life. There's a long history there in Atlanta, and I think it carried over perfectly into MLR.
All right. You can call me biased all you want, so I'm going to go with the hometown guy, Mr. Josh. Oh, shut up. I'm going to go with the hometown guy, Mr. Josh Smith, 2-time USA Club Coach of the Year, 2-time national champion for D1 clubs. I'm just saying the guy has a resume along with Kareem Affey and Jared Collinson there on the coaching staff. There was a lot of great things going on up here in New England, and I would totally have that on my new franchise.
all right, well, I was going to be a hometown pick, but obviously I can't. So I'm going to claim that I never was a hometowner. I'm going to go out on a limb and take probably some of the best coaches in the league. I'm going to take San Diego Legion. I'm going to take Rob. I'm going to get that in front of Stro. I it explains itself. They've always been one of the dominant teams in the league consistently. Even Seattle had some fall off this year. You never saw that with Legion. So that's a pretty clear choice for me.
Wow, on the clock. Oof.
Yeah.
And all the picks I was going to pick. This is why you do your research, right? So, Ooh, that's tough. You gotta go now, given the options, with New York. Greg McWilliams, former Eagles attack coach.
All right.
Marty Veal, former Eagles and former Sunwolves forwards coach. To him taking the Rugby United New York coaching staff.
So Josh gave us some of his top choice player picks. He did not give us a coaching staff. So who should we put in there?
In
Who's
the
in
comments
last right now?
Coach Osborne. I think.
All right, that's fair.
Oh, you don't want to give him Houston?
Coach Osborne, no, hey, he's a quality coach. He's built a really good program down there in New Orleans. A lot of the players like him. They've had success, in both 2019 and they looked like they were on their way to a playoff appearance this season. So I think that's fair to Josh.
All right, there you go, Josh. You got NOLA coaching staff.
All right.
That's the first round. Congratulations. Now on to venues.
Yep.
I'm gonna take Aviva Stadium in Houston. Brand new. Looks really shiny and nice. Definitely has probably one of the more professional looking stadiums. We actually see it on TV, especially with the Giants saber cap.
Hold on here, though. Point of order: are we doing a snake draft? So that
No, we gotta go. We gotta go.
Let's keep this simple, man.
Just go one through.
All right, fine.
We should have discussed that ahead of time, maybe.
Yeah.
We've not established that rule, so no
I
snake
assume that was the normal fantasy drafts,
which sucks because I would have had a maybe not. I don't know.
Order to the madness, a method to it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm fine with retracting my stadium pick. It's fine.
Now let's go ahead.
Yeah.
All right.
Keep it on. You're taking my former place of work from me. I already know the best places to park and the best barbecue around it, man.
I'm going with Starfire. Fortress Starfire sells out every game. That would have been my first stadium on the board anyway.
Well, gosh darn, I'm gonna have to go with Torero Stadium right down there in San Diego. I'm also a fan of the lamp district or gas lamp district. Sorry about that. Yeah, so I'll totally take the beach. Gas lamp district, whatever you want to call it.
I'm going to go purely based on just how it looks. I'm obviously not going to make this choice based off of bars and pre-gaming because it's Utah. So it's probably tame. Maybe there's some nice no parking that everyone's sharing in the parking lot. But you just look at the venue itself, Zions Bank Stadium. You got the mountains in the back. It looks like a rugby pitch. So that's where I'm going to go. But I'm going to have to bring in my own alcohol to give to the fans and get them out of here.
Well, we just got to go with the Ags' new facility, Circuit of the Americas.
I would have said Round Rock was eligible, but yeah.
I mean, anything's eligible. I almost picked Randall's Island, but give Josh Randall's Island. Can we do that since he's not on?
All right. So what are we thinking for Josh? Because
I put in Randall's Island. He's got it. Let's move on. That's his punishment for being late.
All right. So round one. Here we go. This is actually the meat of the show. Derek, you get to pick the first actual player off the board.
Will it be a Canadian?
Dan Moore?
Has to be a Canadian. Unfortunately, it is not a Canadian.
Dan Moore.
I might lose my passport for this.
But not Dan Moore.
Every player that we're going to take in the first round is probably the best player in Major League Rugby at his position. But this guy's genuinely the best player in the world at his position, and the Rugby World Cup recently just continued to prove that. So we're taking a 10-day Tawarira.
Can't say it right. I don't
Beast.
The Beast, yeah.
The Beast.
You knew after I posted that on your Twitter thread that I wanted him at the first pick. I had the second pick, and that's the
first pick of the Major League Rugby Fantasy Draft.
All right. Well, it pains me not to take a prop now, but we do what we must. I'm going to go with Mononu for the second overall pick.
All right. We had to see that coming off the board early. But for my pick, I'm going to have to go with all right, I'm just going to go here based on points and explosive ability. I'm going to go Jason Robertson out of DC at fly half.
All right. I'm going to keep it a little down home. I'm going to say Cam Dolan, number 8. You got to have that rock, the foundation to build your team around. And he is that spark. He is that player. So that's mine right there. Cam Dolan.
Cam Dolan. Dang. All right. That's going to be the way it is. Brad Tucker.
Brad Tucker,
Seattle?
kid. All right.
And
And
you getting Aaron? Just gonna say a name. We don't get the privilege of some color behind that choice.
What an MLR Player of the Year for 2019. I know he's a ginger. That means he has no soul. Man,
that weighs you down less when you're running with the ball, though. All right, so who does Josh get his mocked player to?
Let's see. Let's consult his list here.
we do have a list of players.
Let's go. He set his cue, ladies and gentlemen, so we're not totally left in the dark
Let's
here.
do like 5 of them. Okay, so he's taking Rennie Ranger with his pick.
Renai Ranger.
Colorado center, former All Black. Well, the team formerly known as Colorado, now Glexit.
Glexit.
And we're back to the top.
Yep. All right, Derek, your pick, baby.
All right, we'll go with a little bit more on brand on this one, though. So we're going to take Sam Malcolm, obviously an excellent boot, unbelievable in defense as well for the Toronto Arrows.
Good pick. All right, and you get your passport back. You get to go. You get to go back there to the Great White North.
I get it half back because he's not actually a Canadian, so it's like halfway to earning it back.
All right, so you can go visit Halifax or Quebec or something like that, and
All right, let's see here. Yeah, Scott Ferreira comes in that Nate Breakley is a first rounder. He's high on my list, Scott. There's only 6 picks in the first round. That's a pretty short first round.
yeah. I mean, Nate Breakley, he is from the North Shore of Massachusetts, so that does give him some extra points right there.
All right, so I'm going to take I think I have to go with Joe Peterson. He's a little on the older side, but league veteran dating back to at least the very end of the first season. Has led this San Diego Titan these last 2 years. So need leadership like that on my team, which, by the way, is named Prop It Like It's Hot based on a Twitter poll for name choices.
All right, so for my second round pick, you can go ahead and send me the other half of your Canadian passport there, Derek. I'm going to be taking Eric Howard, hooker. Eric Howard, I think not only is he good at the hook position, but he's also a force on offense. He can get the job done for you in that regard. And I want to have a pretty strong front row. And I think he's a good foundational piece. Played under the great Raymond Barkwell up in Canada as well. Trained with Andrew Quattran as well. So yeah, he's got some good stock in him.
Derek, Karen Casbarino of Adelhart and Rugby United Canada wants your passport.
Yeah, I knew she'd be mad about that one. Sorry, I'll make
I
you.
Canadians can't trash talk each other because it's not really in their nature.
No,
man. Like Derek, I find that slightly less than I would have liked. I carry on with your great show.
No, I got to come down to New York more to learn how to trash talk and insult people.
That's right.
I'm also going to venture into Canadian territory and pillage some players because it's necessary. And I'm going to say Cole Keith. I need some big guys up front. Obviously, Tendai has already been taken. But obviously, they were right up there with Legion as far as being a solid team in the forwards and the backs. That's something that Major League Rugby is. And there's a lot of disparity between teams that have a strong front row or strong forward pack and a little bit more distant back line. But they were solid all around, and Cole Keith was a big reason for that. So that's what I'm taking.
Looking at going up front, you gotta get weird, and I liked Cole Keith was on my board, but we are staying Canadian and drafting Jake Ilnicki from the Seattle Seawolves. at tight end prop.
All right. So, is there any more? Are there any more players left on Josh's queue there?
Yes, I think so. Yes. Looks like Danny Tusitala, scrum half.
Nice.
I
like it.
Yeah. Part of that great battery in DC that was really making things happen. All right.
Scott.
We are almost out of picks, so I'm sure there's no way anyone on earth is taking Josh's last person in his queue. So we got at least one more round out of Josh as long as he gets here the next 2 years.
All right. So we're back there to Derek for the beginning of round 3.
I am going to take Thomas Della Vega. Lineouts really high up in the league in tackles as well. Lots of carries. Lineout pretty much does everything for the Arrows.
All right. Over there to New York there.
Yeah. I think I got to take a front rower now. I can't go any further. I'm going to go with Kensuke Hatakeyama, Japanese International World Cup experienced tight end.
Darn you. I thought I could let him slip like 1 or 2 more rounds. You darn Carol Baskin. But I think in this respect, though, I'm going to have to lock down my scrum half position and get Mr. Devereaux Ferris out of San Diego.
Ooh, gosh.
Right.
Not even a starter. Excellent.
Well, he started for
he started.
He started when the starter was hurt, yeah.
And he showed promise. I believe he's younger as well, too.
I'm sure that's true.
All right. I think I'm going to continue to pick in the forwards, even though.
Good choice, Preston. Good choice.
Towards the back. I'm going to go with the man. This is pretty difficult. You know what? I am going to take Nate Brakely. So I'm gonna add him. I don't know which shirt I'm going to put him in, but been a big fan of his. Glad he's been able to pursue professional rugby here in the States, especially for the Eagles. So Brakely is coming down south. Well, I guess to Salt Lake City, since that's where my home turf is, but west.
All right.
Well, that's pretty easy. We're going to take Mungo Mason, open side flanker.
Out of NOLA.
Mungo Mason. Out of NOLA? Out of DC, son?
DC. I'm sorry. No,
DC.
I'm looking at the
DC.
rosters right now. I'm looking at the rosters on my other tab right now. Yep, my bad.
Open side flanker. Old Glory DC.
All right. So looks like Carl Meyer is going to play at Randall's Island this year. Fullback from NOLA. Also, arguably not a starter as long as JP Eloff is healthy, but
he showed some promise. He definitely could have got some good some good production as long as he got his minutes in this season.
Yeah, I mean he played well.
All right, so we're back to round
Canada.
4.
I'm gonna take Atlanta captain Matt Heaton. He's obviously again one of the league leaders in tackles. Has had an unreal start to his season, and probably would have been one of the best flankers in the league if we got to see the whole year play out.
All right, now on to you, Craig.
I got to go with my boy here. Everyone knows I love this guy, but I'm taking Johan Momsen, lock from Atlanta. Did great things everywhere. Taking line-out jumps. He's carrying the ball. He's even making passes. Very high work rate. I said on the show a few weeks ago, I thought he might have been a Player of the Year candidate in the short 2020 season, and now he'll be locking for Prop It Like It's Hot.
Is that your team name? Prop It Like It's Hot?
Yep.
All right. So I'm gonna keep on propping it like it's hot. I'm gonna go Reichert Hatting out of. I mean, that's not a prop. That's I'm just spitballing things out of my mouth to segue into my picks, and sometimes they sound pretty dumb. But either way, Reichert Hadding, wicked productive for the Seattle Seawolves, also a leader in the locker room and on the field, and I think he's a valuable piece to any roster. Hey there, Preston.
Yeah, so
You got 5 seconds. So.
my roster. Sorry, I was trying to decide. I'm finally going to dip my toes into the back line and go with the players that really make a difference. So I'm going to select Ben Sema as my 10. I don't know if that's shocking or not. I feel like he was about to get snagged quickly, but I'm taking Sema.
I was definitely considering Sema.
I can't decide if I'm playing Peterson as a fly half or a fullback yet. So
yeah, you got options.
all right.
Yeah, you could definitely say that. It's my birthday, man. I think
with our 4th pick, we are going to select at wing Savanaka Todovosau of San Diego.
All right, getting some speed onto your team there, definitely.
Testing my ability to spell in the Google sheet. I was gonna have to, eyeball that one.
We can always go back and check.
All right. Does that mean we're Josh again? We're out of his picks.
So who's a good guy for Josh to take?
I can tell you who's next on my list if I'm trying to be fair.
Well,
Who's next to be picked?
If you're the owner of a team, we're not trying to be fair.
I know.
I think he wants Lerone White.
Honor is the code of rugby. All right, let's give him. I think Sam Windsor is a good pick for him. He doesn't have a fly half yet, does he?
Nope.
It seems fair.
It's not. I mean, statistically speaking, Sam Windsor's a solid pick at 10.
Yeah. Top scorer every year. One of the top scorers every year. Fly half for Houston. For those following at home.
Indeed. All right, back to round 5. It is round 5, right?
Rounds, yeah.
Yeah,
Round 5 of players.
Yep. So yeah, round 7 then, I guess. On to you, Derek.
So I am gonna go with Dino Waldron at tight head prop from Nora.
Like it.
Crossing him off my list.
Dino's always a personal favorite of mine when debating USA front row options. Okay.
Scott says we should give Anthony Perry to.
Scott knows I love Anthony Perry.
I like Anthony Perry.
Anthony Perry.
Of like the tweets that didn't age well category. Gosh, I can't remember his name now. Before last season, I tweeted something about Anthony Perry and who's the Rooney player who joined the Army. He was like a center that was like kind of came out of nowhere. I don't know.
Not Simu Smith.
Yes, Simu Smith. I knew they were going to have huge years in 2019. Neither of them started. Anyway, I'm going to travel up to Canada, and I actually am going to take Dan Moore. Love Dan Moore as a player, as a leader. And I think he's a very effective runner. Can play wing or center.
Son of a bitch. All right, so for my next pick, I'm going to further solidify that front row. I'm going to go Charlie Connolly for my loose head prop position out of Houston. He's a young guy, and he plays the position in a very smart way. I've seen him work. I've seen him train on tons and tons of occasions when I was during my year down there in Houston. I would definitely feel good about pairing him alongside Eric Howard already on my roster.
So with that, I'm going to choose Paul Mullen.
Oh God!
He's on my list.
Damn it! No, he was my next rounder. I was going to get that Irish.
Yeah, so Paul Mullen, Cole Keith up front. This is a very solid front row. Probably one of the best in
Wait.
So far.
Did you just pick 2 tight heads?
No, I can do whatever I want.
All right. Okay. Man, that gives me We are going to go to the hooker and select Dean Meir from San Diego Legion.
Okay, hooker.
Hey,
I think everybody
like-
takes their own position, like at a 20% premium to other positions.
I still have not taken a fullback.
Well, at a premium to other positions, not to actual forwards. All right. So that means we're on Josh again. My next guy for Josh, we're just going off my list here. My next guy for Josh would be Mike Shepard, Canada
Ooh,
Lock.
nice. That's a good pick.
No, he's not here. He shouldn't get that. No. Like, at least we gotta wait till next round to give him Mike Shepard.
Mike Shepard to Josh. Josh is getting up with the best team of the group.
Yeah, right.
This is what we always auto pick.
All right, on to round 8.
Well,
Derek.
Now that I can't take Mike Shepard, I think I am gonna grab a fly half and take Luke Burton from San Diego.
All right.
Damn it.
Luke Burton, the leader of the backs on the most deep back team in Major League Rugby. All right, I think I know who I'm taking here. Glad this guy made it to me. I am going to go with Hanko Hammerscheiss.
Oh,
Hometown pick.
Lately of Rooney.
where will he end up next season? Apparently, with Craig's new team.
Yep.
All right. This is a tough decision, but I'm gonna have to go with John Ryberg for but put him on the wing.
Dang it.
What you were hoping he was gonna fall or something there, guy?
Oh, he's on my list, man. I will say, like picking for fantasy, like Ryberg is like
yeah, he's getting you like he's getting you the try points like that, those fivers right there.
He's getting you 100 meters a game. He's going to get you a try. He's going to get you a bunch of offloads. May not give you any rucks or anything, but he's going to be a fantasy player,
I kind of agree. I mean, John Ryberg is a good pick. I was about to take that one. I'm going to say Con Foley out of New Orleans.
Nice.
He's been very stable, but also very electric. And once we get into this back line, it's going to be very difficult. There's a lot of good players left, but Con Foley is one of the top backs.
When you look at the needs for fly half, and one of the nice players that came into the league as a newcomer, you just got to go with Hagen Schulte, the German international that played at fly half for Utah. Solid boot, great distribution, can even dash some players out there. Fly half from Utah, Hagen Schulte.
That is not who I thought you were going to pick based on your description. As you started describing, I was about to take this guy off my list, but that's not who you actually chose. All right, up to Josh then. My next guy for Josh is also Canadian. Lucas Rumble.
No, you don't want him either.
Dang it.
Yeah, you definitely have to wait at least 2 more picks to do that.
Yeah, are you taking these guys like off your real list? We should have had a Josh list, man.
That's it. After this, I'm skipping 10 down for Josh. More than a half hour late.
Oh man.
Yeah, right. All right, it's 7:32. The grace period is over.
All right.
No offense to the kid, I love him, but I think Josh is picking Kieran Farmer next round. All right, I'm just.
Hey, Kieran played pretty well. Wait,
Kieran's a great player. That would be a great, if this was like a keeper league, then totally great pick.
Yeah.
I like picking Canadians too because that really frustrates Derek who picks next.
Yeah, no, it's brutal. That's not actually what you're doing. You're just going off like the arrows.
My next Canadian uplift.
He's just taking the arrows roster and be like,
yeah, this guy. So you know what? Just to prevent this from ever happening again, or at least for one more round, I'm going to take an arrow. I'll do Andrew Quattrin, solidify my front row.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's great in the line-out, great everywhere around the pitch. Also has some of the best hair in MLR, which is always an asset.
Okay, this is who I thought you were going to say, Aaron, when you started your description of Hagen Schulte. I'm going to go to rival New England and take a Mr. Tag Leader as my fly half.
That quality pick.
Quality pick, but not really a newcomer. He played for San Diego.
He took a year off.
And definitely not German international. And also Timothy Guillemon played very well for them with Tag battered.
All right. Well, I'm gonna make sure I got some speed on the outside. I want to tear it up on you guys, because I like to make it back oriented. I'm gonna go Gaston Mires for the Toronto Arrows.
Nice.
All right, so I'm gonna go with an American here. I'm gonna go with Threaten Palamo at 13. So I'm gonna have Con Foley at 12 actually, and I'm gonna have Threaten at 13. So I'm surprised Threaten fell that far, but it's about time I fill out my back line.
Big Daddy Threats. All right.
He actually plays
going to
left thigh is inside center, right thigh is outside center.
Oh yeah.
Nice. So what we're going to do here is another newcomer, this time at scrum half. He only played a little bit because, of why we're here. Pele Cali from the Austin Kilgronis had a really solid debut for them. I got to say, let's go with Mr. Cali.
Okay. Josh, up. All right, let's see here.
Please don't screw my big board.
Yeah, man.
Josh, honor prevents me from giving you a bad pick in your stead. So I'm going to take Dylan Takato Simpson.
I can live with that.
Damn it.
Yeah, I know, right? I can live with it, but crossing him off my list doesn't feel good. All right. Now, this draft is starting to feel a lot like, the last few weeks. I don't know what round it is. I don't know what time it is. Where are my pants?
All right, Derek.
What are you picking, Derek?
I'm going to go with a free jack. I'm going to take Josh Larson.
Josh is a good guy. He was the captain of the team. Great leader on the field.
So a lot of Canadian captains spread out throughout Major League Rugby.
You guys are just so darn polite and and positive. Yeah.
We don't yell at the refs. We apologize for everything that we say. They like dealing with us. That's how you get more penalties.
Although, as somebody who bartended in northern Vermont, I can say there's a significant portion of your population to the east that doesn't exactly fit all the stereotypes.
Yeah, like the weird ones that go to Vermont for some reason.
Yeah, right. Hey, dude, Jay Peak's pretty bomb. Gotta try it out sometime.
All right, the most snubbed man so far. I don't know how many scrum halves have been taken so far, but I'm sure Nate Augsburger is not happy with how far he's fallen in the scrum half rankings. And he's going to take it out on you guys when he comes to join Profit Like It's Hot.
Well, he shouldn't have got hurt.
He's not even the first San Diego Legion scrum half to go in this draft.
Yeah. Dude, I'm taking that youth, baby. Wow. All right, so for my next pick, I'm gonna go. All right. If I don't take a free jack soon, people are gonna hate me. So I'm gonna go at center, Sam Beard, he didn't put up huge numbers, but he was wildly productive just in terms of making sure people were flowing. And he was very, very aggressive in the breakdown. So yeah, I'm gonna take Sam Beard at my inside center position.
Speaking of beard, I'm out of beer. Bummer.
Oh no.
To replenish is there like a
I'm going to text my wife to bring in some more beers.
Oh. I have a bedroom condo, so I can get there very quickly. I have no one to text to tell me to bring me anything. But anyway, it is my pick. Let's see. A lot of good names out there still. I'm going to go with I'm going to work to solidify my forward pack, And at number 4, I'm going to go with Ben Landry. I'm going to bring him in. He was somewhat of a late addition, but he's joining my team, someone who's had a lot of history in the U.S., a household name. And he's also just a very, very big guy, which is always good to have in your scrum.
All right. Surveying the list. Well, we gotta give. I went with a big physical winger. Before we got to go with another guy who's big, physical, can burn, but can also turn in his legs and just go through tackles. We're going with Julian Dominguez of NOLA Gold. They said, hey, when Tristan Blewett left and they needed to find a guy, Julian Dominguez comes in and he says, so how many tries did he have? Oh, 12? I'm going to have 13.
Latin Tristan Blewett. Oh boy, Josh is up. All right.
Josh should take Tristan Blewett. He's eligible, right?
A lot of my next people are taken already. I'm not keeping track of what positions Josh has. Does he have a center yet?
No, of course not. You can pick whenever.
All right.
He gets his team and he has to.
I know he has Rene Ranger. I'm going to give him JP Duplessis.
Why?
All right.
Why? He's like 5 down from my top. What is
All right, Derek, you keep this train rolling there, guy.
All right, we're gonna go with. I'm gonna go to the team formerly known as the Colorado Raptors and take the guy that has the MLR record for most points in a game, Robbie Petzer at center.
Love Petzer. All right. I'm going to take controversial center 8-man. Did an interview with him.
Yeah.
One Frenchman, Matthew Bastereau. I intend to play him at 8. And while he won't be here in 2021, he is 2020 eligible, and he is on my team.
Wow.
He intends to play front row.
Dude, that's just the natural circle of life for a rugger, dude. You start off in the back and you move to the front.
We're all props.
California.
We're all props in the end.
All right, but so for my next pick, gonna add to that pack. I'm gonna go Jackson Thebes for my second row for the New England Free Jacks.
So, has anyone? You know what? I'm going to take Dylan Fawcett. I got Paul Mullen, Cole Keith. I'm going to take the Butcher. I'm taking Dylan. I honestly don't know how no one.
He was my second ranked hooker.
Yeah, Diego.
My next pick if he got back to me.
Yeah, Dylan, one of the better players in MLR. Right behind Joe Tafete as far as the Eagles hooker goes. So I think I probably have one of the top front rows in this fantasy league if they were to ever actually face off.
Yeah, or probably at this point.
Look,
to get in there,
we were back in a dominant front row. What happened, fellas? How did we get here?
We need some speed. We need some dynamism. Got to go with the fullback from New England, Bodine Waka.
Bodine.
He, he just, when he was fit in that first game for New England, they were something different, and he beat by himself New York like a drum. So Bodine Waka, fullback for New England.
All right. Maybe instead of 5 down, you go 10, 15, 20 down.
We're going further down here, but I can't. Again, I'm losing track.
Any names in there in your closet or something like that I'm kicking around in the dust?
How we give? Does everyone here have a scrum half already?
Yeah,
I don't.
I don't have a scrum half either.
All right. Everyone has. What position are we? All right. How about Tanata Lauti?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
He's on your list. Did he play this year? I mean, he's on the team. I just don't remember him playing.
Look, how do we make you guys happy here? They're too good. Or
Tanata Lauti, if I think he was injured, but
he's a talented attacking ball carrier. He's been he's a veteran of the league.
It's not actually. That's a good pick. Decent. If he makes a debut, he probably scores 3 tries.
All right,
Derek.
All right, I will go. Gonna head out west and go to the Canada B team and grab Jeff Hassler on the wing from Seattle.
Oof! Wow, great bargain. Great bargain.
The Canadian sneaking in the insults very casually.
Hey, Lawrence told me.
Yeah, what Larry? What was that about taking a shot? Who's taking a shot?
Which Larry are you talking about?
I saw Larry
Weisel. Larry Weisel.
But I didn't get the context.
You know, when we were at that bar, I never called you Larry, Preston.
Well, I think we had all been drinking enough that I don't think we were calling each other much of anything. All I know is that apparently y'all got burritos or something.
All right.
Whose pick is it?
It's Craig's.
All right. To join his international Eagle brethren on the flank, I'm going to go with Sam Wuching.
Oh, you
Hey,
freaking
nice
suck,
pick.
man.
Nice pick.
I should have got him last round, man.
American collegiate football player for.
All right, well, I'm gonna keep on the. I'm gonna keep eating that flank steak there. I'm gonna go Nikai Penny out of Seattle.
Dang it!
Flanker. Yeah, you love it.
Ew.
So I'm going to go not with a throwback, but I'm going to go with someone who is already retired from international rugby. He's a favorite among Eagles fans. His name is Andrew Durtalo, and shame on everyone for letting him fall this far. He's my 6. Not sure who I'm going to have in the 7. There might not be anyone left by the time I get back around to it.
Okay, classic name.
At number 8, we are going to select Tavita Tamalau of the San Diego Legion. He was the fittest we've ever seen him look, ever. And he played like that until he got injured this season. So it's gotta be him, man.
You think it's like a Samson thing? Because he had the long Samson hair, and all of a sudden he looked like a gladiator.
Samson.
Well, I mean, if you remember how bad that hair was when he played for Utah, like I think with San Diego this year, all the Islander guys went with the mullet, like all of them. Like Faka Osi Pivoletti, Kenny Nazakeke, like whether their hair could be a mullet or not, it was either a mohawk or a mullet. And I was like, okay.
Okay. Josh, I'm looking at his list here.
He says he can join. He just messaged the WhatsApp, so.
Oh, is he coming?
Allegedly. I'm not going to speak for him.
Allegedly.
Let's sneak one last pick in here for him. I don't think he has a front row yet.
Or get him one from bottom barrel. Let's go.
I don't think he has a front row yet. This is not bottom barrel. I'm going to give him Patty Ryan.
Okay. That's pretty
tight
decent.
end, Rooney prop, also Eagle, few caps for the Eagles.
Mildly injury prone, but as long as he plays a healthy season.
He said he can join, but he hasn't joined yet. Like,
there are no injuries in this league.
Josh, where are you? All right, well, we're moving on with or without Josh. Derek.
Yeah, good time.
Oh, the Fred is in.
Hey! Dude, you just barely missed the timer on that fantasy draft pick. Congratulations, you are now the owner of a shiny new used, I should say, Patty Ryan. Got some miles on it, but gosh darn, can it run?
Welcome. You have the link, hopefully, to the Google Sheet. It has all your picks to date on it.
All right, let me catch up.
Basically, everybody that I was going to take immediately after your auto.
Mostly Canadians to frustrate Derek.
One time.
All right, we're on to number 1. Derek, making your pick.
I'm gonna go with Uruguayan Manuel Diana at 8-man. Leads the MLR in carries this year.
He's my third ranked, number 8.
I'm gonna go. You know, I'm going to go on a streak of picking Eagles here. I'm going to take Gannon Moore.
Nice.
Wing and center, power runner out of Utah. Fill out my back line.
All right. I'm torn right now between getting a really good center that I'm not sure if he'll slip past you guys that much longer, or getting a wing to play him at center, or filling out my flanker position. I know what I'm going to do. Luke Beauchamp, flanker, putting him next to Nakai Penny. Love me some Australians.
That's a good pick.
Not bad.
Yep. No, the season I spent down there in Houston, I saw Luke train. He was a co-captain. He also spent a lot of time calling plays in the lineouts. He's a very cerebral player. He's a very physical player too. He often leads the team in tackles, game by game. So he's definitely a great piece. He's also tall as hell. Gosh darn, is he an imposing human being?
I'm to the same page out of your book. I'm gonna round out my forward pack. All I'm missing is a flank to complement Andrew Duratalo. I've got the older, experienced gentleman in Duratalo, and I'm going to pair him with Malon Al-Jabouri, that youth, so he can really make an impression on him. So I'm finished there, and I'm excited to have one of the Al-Jabouris join, and I can hopefully turn this into having the entire Jabouri clan.
And the Duratalo clan put them together. You could probably make a whole team.
Yeah, I'm taking all of them.
All right there, Josh.
Well, he ain't skipping me yet.
I know you're new to this. You're muted right now, by the way.
Yeah,
I know.
Josh, you're after me, so don't try to pick yet.
I'm trying to catch up.
Go with the massive lock size center wing combo player who put on a clinic against the baby sharks. So Ross Neal from previously of Wasps, now Seattle Seawolves. That massive human being.
I was hoping that would last one more round at least. I was like, he only played 40 minutes. Maybe everybody casually forgot about him.
Josh is like, I need 10 more minutes.
yeah.
About to get auto-picked by Craig Urdelli.
He's like, has Nanu been picked yet?
No, I really do need like 10 more minutes. So go ahead, Craig.
No. It's
your pick, bro.
It's your pick, Josh.
I don't even know who everyone else has picked. All right, give me a minute.
I'll give you a pick if you want it.
No, don't do that. It's always the guy I'm gonna take after him.
Yeah, right. just look up the most recent Arrows starting lineup, and have at it.
Yeah.
All right, Josh, you don't have all day. Pick someone.
Well, hey, is anyone taking Tom? Yeah, no, never mind. Derek, you took my pick.
See. Definitely looking at the Arrows lineup right now.
Revenge is sweet.
Yeah. Stephen Ng is available, if you're wondering.
This is what happens when you have a job, Josh.
Hey, my bad. I'm trying to help businesses get money. I mean, if Stephen Ng is available, I guess I'll take him.
Okay, there you go.
All right.
It's easy enough. See, Derek.
That was a genuine offer. It's not. Stephen Ng's a great hooker.
I mean, you're up there, Derek. Stephen Ng no longer available.
Yeah. Yeah. See, every time he takes the guy that I want to pick. I'm gonna go grab a scrum half, and I'm gonna go to Houston and grab a DeWitt Rouge.
Pretty good.
Mm-hmm. DeWitt.
Okay. This is gonna be a little off the beaten path here, but I think hookers are evaporating quickly, and I just missed on Fawcett. I'm gonna go with Tian Erasmus. I think he was player of the week a couple times this year at the hooker position, hooker of the week, I should say, in the first 15.
Twice.
Austin, twice out of 5 weeks. Austin player, strong year, so I'm filling him in.
All right. I'm also going to go a little off the beaten path. I thought this guy looked pretty promising and effective. I'm going to go Mason Emerson out of the team formerly known as Colorado at fullback.
I'm going to continue the cop. You know what? I'm not. I'm going to take Mikey Teo, but I'm going to put him at 14, depending on where the rest of the picks go. But Mikey Teo's mine. Probably one of the most electric players in American rugby right now, or has been for a while, coming back from injury. So I'm excited to have him join.
Mikey Teo picked up Will McGee's contract where it left off, and then Corona stopped his ability to play. Play for in the championship. Karen wants you to shave your beard as well. Derek.
He's coming in. I still keep seeing these tweets from these Facebook messages from Larry about shots. I still have no idea what he's talking about.
It's well, not necessarily off the beaten path, but we're going to stick with the Argentine flair at center from Houston, Matthias Frere, another massive human being who can break tackles and put his knee into faces if he needs to.
Done, Josh.
What do you think, Josh? Are you going to watch the original trilogy? First before you make your next pick.
Hey, I actually have
time.
I actually have my next pick ready. Okay.
All right, dope.
I'm going to complete my front row with Jamie McIntosh.
All right, some experience, some
all
black caps.
I like that. I like that.
Pretty sure he's old enough to be our dad, but that's good.
Not to love the former All Blacks from like 10 years ago.
All right, there. On to you, Derek.
I think, you know what, just to make a really good segue here, speaking of All Blacks, I think I'm going to take Frank Halai on the wing.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, not as much playing time as we would have hoped this season, but definitely effective.
Yeah, he was building up to it. Gosh.
The pressure's on, Craig.
Now, I think I'm going to go with CeCe Mahoney. Complete my second row.
Nice.
Lock out of San Diego. What am I going to say? Power player.
All right. I almost feel as if this player has been picked. If not, I'm kind of shocked. But is Harley Davidson still on the board right now?
Yeah.
Both options are on the board right now.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and put Harley Davidson in at my outside center position.
Harley Wheeler would have been a great pick right now. Great value.
You do picks, Darren. You'll have the chance, and all.
Well, I'm good.
I'm looking for that. I'm looking for that explosiveness, and when Harley starts revving his engine, man.
So yeah, I picked Mikey Teo last time at 14. I'm gonna go for my 11 this time. I'm going to take Ryan Mattias. He's extremely fast. Been someone who's been in and around the USA camp. Again, someone who's had to deal with injuries, but Ryan Mattias is still one of the best wings in the country.
To complete the front row, who has played very well in every single game that he's had. He's got a mullet. His brother is an Eagle. He is a USA Select. O.C. Pifoletti, graduate of the Saracen Academy. The way he's been playing, he's gonna maul some tight head into the ground.
All right, I'm gonna take my second row, last pick, and take Ben Mitchell, San Diego Legion.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. Formerly of the Austin Elite. He was their one golden goose. All right, Derek, you're up there. Do they have baseball in Canada? You're up there, guy.
I don't know. I was born in 1992. I think we did all right in that year, but I have no other chirps because the Jays have stunk since then. So 92, 93, we have baseball. Hopefully the Jays will be good again and we can return to that. We have basketball though. And
the Toronto Raptors. I think I've heard of them.
North. Yeah. The North. When is speaking of
basketball in Boston right now? Kind of collaborated.
Speaking of, when will we get a We the North? I know it's a trademark, and I know all that crap that goes into trademark and branding, but they need to figure out what they need to do to get a license to pay the Raptors something so that they can have a We the North Toronto jersey.
It's funny. I'm pretty sure you have to like choose a warrior to fight for you. Underneath like the heaven door, whatever the hell, the moon door. Yeah.
If you come to an Arrows game, there'll be like fans will have signs that say things like "We the North" or like "Kings of the North" or something like that. So it's definitely something that's being used, but I don't know how much the Arrows can actually push it into to an official manner.
Well, maybe Free Jack fans would have done something like that, but we didn't get to have a home game.
Yeah, I mean, who knows? Well, you have till next year to come up with the Free Jack slogan.
All right. Anyway, Derek, it is still your pick.
All right. I'm going to go and grab a bunch of line-out picks and take Josh Furno from San Diego Legion.
Nice.
I debated him versus CC. All right. I think I have a center and a loose head left.
We have one round left after this, right?
Yeah. After you, everyone else has two except for you. Yeah. I'm gonna go with Dylan Audsley as
nice.
Versatile back. Right now, I have him at a center, but we'll see. I may shift things around.
Play fly half, play fullback.
All right. This is another player I think may have been picked. Kyle Bailey. Is he still kicking around?
He's available.
Yeah, I'm gonna round out my second row with Kyle Bailey. Out of NOLA. Good player. Good guy.
I'm going to finish out my back three. I think JP Eloff is still on the board, but I'm going to go with more old school and just go with maybe a more personal favorite and say Zach Vangelinen.
Wow.
I'm a fan of. So, yeah. I still say one of the best American rugby players to never feature regularly with the Eagles. I think a lot of missed opportunities there, but obviously there's been a log jam of talent. So Zach Vangelinen
also was on the Guam national soccer team as well.
Multi-sport athlete.
Yep, really, really good guy. Another guy I got to know pretty well actually down there in Houston.
To finish out this engine room, I've got some choices. We could slide Nasty Brad Tucker over the left lock and maybe grab a New York player who's a giant. But I'm wondering if I want to get a Canadian at lock. We're gonna have to take Paul Cellini at left lock for the team.
I was debating between him and Furno for this round.
I almost put Furno in my top 45. I'm kind of annoyed I didn't.
All right, I'm gonna get my second flanker or make him a flanker, and I'm gonna take Mungo Mason from DC. Complete my DC.
Ooh,
what?
He's already gone.
Players in the league and
what?
He wasn't. I swear I looked and he wasn't on the list. I'm sorry.
It's because he's on the somebody list. Doesn't know how to spell.
Okay, all right, my bad.
There was a whole thing where I also thought he was on NOLA, and yeah.
He's number 29 overall pick there.
And
Josh.
Craig had him as Mongo. Mongo.
Mongo.
Look, it's not a spelling contest. You think we meant someone else, Mongo Mason?
His evil twin is with a handlebar mustache.
Like my second pick.
My bad. Craig, you can take all the blame for that. Can I ask if Jasa Veramalua is still available?
He is available.
Yes.
Okay.
Very good pick.
I will take Jasa Veramalua.
I'm sure I spelled that wrong too, guys, but we know who we mean, right?
Yep. No, the other one.
Okay. Last pick, Derek.
All right, so I'll go back to being on brand. Take a Canadian and an arrow at the exact same time, and round out my centers with Ben Lesage.
All right, Craig. Who's your last one up there?
Yeah, my own position, last to choose. I think at Lucid, I'm going to go Juan Echeverria.
All right. And rounded out the rest of my roster. Angus McClellan at tight head out of Utah.
Wow.
I'm finally going to have a down home pick from Atlanta, and at number 9, I'm going to take Duncan Van Schalkwijk, someone who's been around college.
Ooh, nice value.
Great name in college. I actually believe he refereed one of my games when I was playing in college, and at the time he was one of the youngest referees in the country. And actually, not surprisingly, he was one of the best referees I've had in my entire career. So I think that's what helps make him such a great player. He understands the game very well. Recently switched from a 10 in college to 9 at this level and at the USA camp. So Duncan Van Schalkwijk is coming home. Or I guess
Was he like
Love that
12?
pick.
Was he like 12?
he actually, his dad was there, not managing, but like reviewing his performance. So yeah, he was very, very young. And he was in our game, and we were all at first kind of like, who's this kid doing calling our game? And then it started, and he was doing so well that we wish we had him for all of our matches. He did a fantastic job. And also, it would be a rush. I wasn't sure if we were doing all 15, so Stro, you did call me out on my front row. I wasn't sure if I could switch out a pick.
You can do whatever you want, as long as they are a prop.
James Roachfield is still out there on the picks, and I have to the same position. But I'm just saying, if we're only doing 1 through 15,
Keith has practiced at Loosehead.
I don't want to throw it off. I do have 15. I just was not sure if we were going past that, and if there would be a rush.
I would say the only thing we couldn't really do is making a lock a center.
Yeah.
That's
the case,
or a scrum half into a fly half.
Into a flanker, like a Johnny May scrum situation.
With the final pick, 2 guys that have tremendous work rate. One of them, former Eagle, maybe could be a future Eagle, depending on how selections or return to the Eagles rather. And one of them, he's down home in Houston. He's played lock this year, previously played flanker, has a really high motor, high work rate. I think I'm going to take him. Kyle Breitenbach over the other Kyle in Sumpsian. So if anyone wants Kyle Sumpsian for their back row, they can have him. But Kyle Breitenbach is going to move out of the engine room. He's going to play flanker.
Only Josh picks left. So, Josh, do you want Kyle Sumpsian?
Am I making 1 or 2 picks here?
Just one.
Just
I
one.
don't know what position you need last. So you better figure that out.
I need a number 8, and I'm going to ask because I don't know if you misspelled it or not. Has Adrian Boyson been taken?
Nope.
No.
I will take him.
Oh, please, if I misspelled it. Is there someone close to that on the list? Jameson Fanana Schultz goes unpicked at 8. That was going to be a
wow. So I had, let's go with
who are the biggest subs?
3, 4, 5.
Guys, not picks. Giuseppe Detroit from
9.
Arrows. JP Eloff still out there.
JP Eloff, huge.
Yeah. No one
Rouge, not picked.
We all deserve to die.
Is Kirk
Ben
Coleman?
Foden not picked.
Kirk Coleman is on the board.
Oh, yeah.
Who else we got not picked?
Brock Stoller.
No one took Brock Stoller. No one took Holden Youngert.
There might be some offense taken at these rosters when they get posted.
Hey, I'm trying to win fantasy games, not necessarily win a game.
Scott
However,
and Ellen Puttick both not picked.
Yeah.
I want to.
Osea Kalinisau not picked. Ross Deacon not picked.
I mean, like, let's be honest. If we had benches, there'd be it'd be a lot different story with a few of these names.
Yeah. All right, fellas. Well, this is fun. So we're gonna post everyone's roster and like put it out to a social media vote or something on who's, or we should do like we should do some sort of like Twitter tournament where we put one team versus another, we'll vote, and the winners advance through a bracket.
I'm down for that.
We'll have to name the teams then.
I have my name. You guys will have to think on it.
What was it? Props on.
Prop it like it's hot.
Like it's hot. That's what you have to beat.
Yep.
That shouldn't be too difficult, though, right?
Listen, Canada.
We stand on God. All right.
We're getting a little. Everyone, thank you for tuning in this evening. Wish Liam a happy Corona birthday. Yes. I wonder if this year is just gonna be like wiped from human memory. We're gonna, you know how like when a team loses the World Cup, I don't remember that year. That year didn't exist. It's gonna. I'm
waiting for the Lizard Overlords to reset the simulation. We're just gonna send you guys back to 2011. This needs to stop.
Special thanks to Preston and Derek for joining the show. Hope you guys enjoyed the process. I was actually surprised that I could get I think I was telling Craig that I ranked my top 45 players, and they weren't necessarily what would be statistically the top 45 players in the league. But I was trying to form like a team that I would actually put out on the field, but also could like light up the fantasy board. And I think I did that. I hope everyone thinks that they did that.
The social media votes will tell.
Yeah, they will.
So everyone put their roster onto that other tab that I put in the spreadsheet, and we'll see what happens. But everyone, thank you for tuning in, and we'll try to get some other content out there. And if you got any questions, we're going to try and do some legends of the game. I tried to see if we can get one, but people from like that were great, the greats of the early 1990s are actually hard to get on a podcast apparently. But so my question is, since two of us are wearing USA kit, Preston, mine feels like my USA polo feels like burlap. Does your USA polo feel like
all cotton? Like this is like this is like a solid shirt that you'd love to like run around in the summer.
Oh wow!
It would keep all the heat as close as it can to your body. It's great, and even if it's good collar. So yeah, good cotton jersey. I forget Warren Warren found these. I forget where, but it was too small for him. So
that was from 2004, 2005, the last time Canterbury had the deal.
Yeah, this was like a first generation Canterbury. Not even speaking of the second iteration of that. Yeah, so I don't even know which provider we have at the moment.
Well, Canterbury's probably still has it ish.
Yeah.
No one has anything anymore. Let's not delve into the Chapter 11.
Are all made up and no one knows.
Still, buy as like Preston and Warren used to say on the show. Hey, buy some merch. The union needs your money.
Yeah, just send them $5.
So, well, again, thanks, guys.
All right, see y'all.